Why do we suffer at the hands of these politicians? Don't you know politicians work for you?
Hey!
You're the boss. You hire them and you fire them. Look at their campaign. You know what they do? They audition.
Yeah!
When you put them on the job.
Hello, Talk Labor fans. We're back again, and hey, I got a lot of things. I have some great news to tell some people, and I'm going to get to it in just a minute. But right now, somebody tell me what the hell is going on with this Jesse Smollett stuff. They're treating this guy as if he killed 900 people. You got a guy that killed 2 people in Wisconsin, shot another guy's arm off. You get all kind of crazy stuff going on, but this is all over the news. It's all over the news. I got my ideas as to what's going on. You know, we're going to talk about that. Well, I mean, you know, do you remember Ryan Lochte, the swimmer at the Olympics? He had the same or similar situation where he claimed that somebody stuck him up, somebody beat him up and all this, and the Brazilian police department was all over the place looking for people, and oh man, it was just crazy as hell. And then they did an investigation, found out that he was lying. And he didn't go to jail. He didn't have to go to court. As a matter of fact, he was even allowed to play in the next Olympics. He was allowed to swim again. And you see where I'm going with this? This is not about Jesse Smollett. They couldn't give a damn about Smollett. The whole idea is about Kim Foxx. They want her out. They can't find anything on her, so they create something. And they think this will help them remove this African-American woman from that position of state's attorney. Not gonna happen. She's gonna be back in there again. We're gonna vote her back in, because if you think about it, and I'm no spring chicken, I can never recall a state's attorney that did a better job than Kim Foxx. All of the other, Henry Hand shot and killed Fred Hampton. You had the Hispanic girl, I can't remember her name. She allowed the police to get away with shooting and killing the young 16-year-old kid, shot him 16 times. I mean, Richard Daley was a crook. All of them. But now they want to get her out. We're not going to let that happen, y'all. We're not going to let it happen. Just think about it. I want y'all to just think about that for a minute. Kim Foxx is one of the, I want to say, people that keeps outside of politics. She keeps outside of politics. And she does her job. But the police department, that's another story. That is another story. I've looked up, and you do your own research. Don't take my word for it. I looked this up myself. I found this on Reuters, this is the Chicago reporter that did a research on the police department, and this is what they found. Now you can pull this up and look at it and read it for yourself. They said in recent reviews, data shown that about 11% of all serious crimes result in an arrest, and about 2% end up in a conviction. This is the police department. They do nothing. I mean, after all these young African-American kids that you see, and people, period, not just kids, get murdered, killing, they don't want to try to find out who did it, why, and try to stop it. You think I'm lying? Hey, check it out for yourself. And the Chicago reporter says that the result of convictions in Chicago is super low. And you can pull that up yourself. So I'm not, this is not something I'm making up. I'm saying that because these police, they don't do their jobs. They don't do their job. All the people that think about this now, all the people that's been murdered and killed, and the kids murdered and killed and all that, do you see it on the news like this? All they say is, 8 people shot. But do you catch anybody? Do you take them to court? Do you? No. And this is the kind of garbage that we are forced to deal with right now. So please, don't despair. Don't despair, but get out there and do what you got to do. We're not going to let this happen. We are not going to let it happen, okay? I want to get these little things out of my chest because it's just been bothering me. I want to get to the other issues so bad and so fast. But just a couple of things I want to talk about. The other issue I have is Donald Trump. Everybody's running around here talking about how they're afraid of him. Oh my God, the world is coming to an end and he's going to kill us all. And no, this man is a tool. He's being used. This man has been trained for years by the Soviet Union. Trump has been connected to Russia for over 30 years. Don't take my word for it. Look it up for yourself. Look it up for yourself. You can't tell me that these people, I mean, the ones that Hillary Clinton called deplorables, because she was right about that, are running around here saying, I'm not going to take that vaccine. I'm not going to do it because Trump told me not to do it. Wait a minute. Trump is taking the vaccine. His whole family has taken the vaccine. Everybody around them is taking the vaccine, but he's telling you not to do it. Fox News is telling you, don't do the vaccine because you got your rights and stand up and do your rights. And they all took it. They're all taking it. And it's not, and some people say, well, most of their people, the biggest portion of the people that's dying are in the red states. That's true. But they're trying to use this as a political prop to try to get in office. They know they can't win by running on items such as, what have I done for you? So what we're going to do, we're going to just take over and just so nobody can get in, we're just going to take it ourselves. Not going to let that happen, folks. That's not going to happen. But that's what's going on so that you know it, okay? This thing comes from the outside. Donald Trump and the people around him are dumb as a rock. Just listen to them. They are dumb as a rock. But they're getting guidance from across the pond, okay? You got to believe that. You got to check this out for yourself. I don't want to you to go saying Jerry said, and I don't believe. Every time I tell you something, I make sure I check it out myself, and I want to present it to you so you can check it out. That's what's going on with that. I'm trying to get this out of the way, and I'm trying to do it quickly because I want to get to my main issue today. And we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come right back, and we're going to get right into what's going on with this lawsuit that I filed 2,000 years ago. We're going to take a break right here.
What if the vaccine makes him sick?
The common side effects from the COVID vaccines are generally mild and last a few days. But do you know what can have serious long-term side effects? COVID.
Seth MacFarlane is doing his part to help get people vaccinated against COVID-19. His Fox show Family Guy has released a public service announcement that revolves around Brian and Stewie discussing how the vaccine works in the body and why it is safe to a hesitant Peter.
There's no reception.
Oh yes, there's too much plaque in his arteries. You'll never get a signal. Anyway, vaccines protect us from illnesses by activating our immune response without the danger of actual infection.
When show creator MacFarlane appeared as a guest on Monday's Jimmy Kimmel Live, he made this joke about the PSA.
I looked around and I saw everyone else at Fox Corp doing their part to get good science out there and
In reality, MacFarlane has used social media to blast Fox News and its personalities a number of times during the pandemic. Still, MacFarlane noted that Fox said yes immediately when he pitched the PSA idea.
On the news side, they obviously are in their imaginary fairyland, and then you have the entertainment side that's like, all right, we gotta exist with these people.
According to Fox, the PSA script was penned by Family Guy writers in collaboration with MacFarlane and a team of scientific experts and epidemiologists.
If the virus is allowed to spread through an unvaccinated population, it could mutate into a variant that the vaccines might not protect against. And then we're right back where we started. Gal Gadot singing Imagine. We cannot let that happen.
For more on this story and to watch the full PSA, go to thr.com. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Tiffany Taylor.
Listen, we're back. Now I want to bring to you some serious business. The lawsuit that I filed, always been about 12, 13, 14 years now. People said that you don't know what he's talking about, and he's crazy. Problem I had was this. Union was just as bad or worse than CTA. CTA took this case down to Springfield, had the legislators draw up some garbage that illegally took money away from retirees. When I was told that, I was sitting in my house, and a friend of mine called me and said, Jerry, did you see them on the contract? I said, man, I'm not concerned about a contract. I'm retired. He said, no, did you see what they did to the pension? I said, what did they do to the pension? And he told me, and I went and looked. He said, go check it out. Checked it out. I said, this is ridiculous. They can't do that. That's a violation of the Illinois State Constitution. Yeah, but they did it. So hell no. So I got with him and another friend of mine and Brother Roach. And we went out and talked to people, and they said, well, there's nothing we can do about it because this is the union guys, because that's the way it goes. I said, that's bull. You guys have been hoodwinked. This is a lie that they're telling you. Well, this is the union president telling me this from 241. And 308's president was hiding from me. He would not come around. He kept saying, no, what they did, this is what they're telling us, Jerry. I said, well, they're telling you wrong. I said, look, let us go and talk to some of the people in Springfield and go see if we can't do something about that. And they were hesitant about doing that. So I said, okay, we're going to end up having to go and file a lawsuit. And we did. First of all, we went to try to find attorneys. A lot of the attorneys said, hey, you got a good case, but we're politically connected, so we can't do anything about it. And that's the honest God truth. And the guy said, Jerry, you know some attorneys that's not connected. I said, you're right. So I did. I talked to attorneys that were not politically connected. And they were some of the best attorneys in the country. We went to lunch. We sat down. I told them what was going on and what we wanted to do. And they don't take cases pro bono, meaning they get paid if we get paid. That's not what they do. But by me being friends with them, and I gave them the whole scenario, they didn't like what was going on either. So the head attorney told me, I tell you what, Jerry, I'll take your case, but you got to do one thing. I said, what's that? He said, you got to let me win 12 games of golf. And then I said, man, you can win 212 games of golf if you take this case. But in all respect to them, he told me, look, we're going to take the case. This is a good case, and you're right about it. And he says, if we have to go all the way to the Supreme Court, we'll do that. I said, man, what a friend. And believe me, we had to go all the way to the Supreme Court because CTA fought that all the way. CTA had no business touching anything on the retirees. In the Illinois State Constitution, it says that the company cannot decrease your pay in any way. If they do, they got to give you something of equal value or more. CTA was slick. They said, well, we're not touching your money. We're just going to charge you for your health care, which is still touching our money, taking money away from us. You can't imagine how much money they took from us. And what they took from us was in the millions. But what they took from the active people was even more than that. But I'm not going there because I'm not active. I don't get into that. Okay, so we went on and filed a lawsuit and came on the property to talk to the members about what was going on. Problem I had, union representatives called the police and tried to get us removed from the property. Don't want us to talk to the members. I'm like, what the hell is going on with this? But I said, I'm patient. We're going to get it. First of all, I'm not leaving the property because you don't have any jurisdiction. And the people downtown told them that you don't have any jurisdiction. And moved on. We had our day in court, circuit court. All this takes a lot of time. And in circuit court, the judge ruled that, yeah, well, you know, so. And the actors really don't have a case. The retirees may have a case, but he ruled still with the CTA. After that, we appealed it to the appellate court. And that's a court with 3 judges. CTA appealed to the appellate court, or went to the appellate court. We took them to the appellate court. The appellate court ruled in our favor. Said, no, they are not covered by the union. Union do not cover retirees. This is what I told them all the time. In CTA's briefs, you're going to see they say that Jerry Williams was covered by the union. No, he was not. And no retiree is covered by the union. But CTA then wanted to appeal that to the Supreme Court because they knew that if that was the case, they don't have a case. You had no business touching us. But then they appealed it to the Supreme Court. We went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court ruled the same way the appellate court did. No, they are not covered by the union. And that's all they did. They said that's the case. Had to go back down, and the Supreme Court sent an affidavit down to the appellate court to send to the circuit court, tell them no, they're not covered. Now, we come back to the appellate court. You had a judge, but I don't want to call his name because I don't want to start calling judge's name, but this judge, he would allow CTA to postpone it for 6 months, postpone it for 8 months. Now they're back again with some more guy. And, you know, we got a break when this guy was appointed to the a higher court, the guy that was the judge. Don't know which way he would have ruled, but he kept allowing them to do that. We got another judge in, a very good judge that all attorneys told me that, hey, Jerry, this guy is a no-nonsense guy. He's going to move forward one way or the other, whatever way he believes he's going to move forward. That's all we wanted to hear because we knew we were solid. We knew that we were not covered by, I knew that we were not covered by the union. And by us not being covered by the union, then they had no business touching us at all. Okay? Now, he said to both parties, both the plaintiffs and the defendants, I'm not going to drag this on forever. I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm going to make a ruling. Whatever you got to do, get it to me now, because I'm going to make a ruling. I was so happy to hear that. That was back here about a year or so ago. I was so happy to hear that. But I said, I got to wait and see, because that other guy, we're talking 14, almost 12 to 14 years now. And so this judge held up to what he said. He told people that I'm going to make a ruling on this particular date, and whatever you have, get it to me before then. So everybody got the stuff in, meaning the CTA, the pension, and the healthcare trust, and our attorneys. Got it in, and the judge said, I'm going to rule on this case on this particular date. And he did. He gave the first ruling. And his first ruling of significance was, no, the retirees are not covered by the union. That kills the other people's case, because they had no business doing what they did. But there were still other motions out there that had to be done. And then this judge said he was going to get the other motions out. And he did. Every motion, he ruled in favor of the lawsuit that I filed. So he ruled in favor of the plaintiff on every case. And he ruled against the CTA, the pension, and the healthcare trust on every case. So there's no questions about that now. Okay? We're in the process right now of trying to resolve and get this thing done and tighten up right now. I told you all when we get it, I will come and let you know. Okay? On dates and stuff like that. On December 14th, I think you got to go back before the judge. Now we're going to be talking about damages. Okay? Damages. And that's important. Now, don't go back and say, Jerry said we're getting our money on the 14th. I did not say that. Okay, let's make that clear. I said we're going before the judge and we're going to be talking about damages. But I can guarantee you, it's not going to be another year and that kind of thing going on. Now, of course, there are things where CTA could try to appeal, which would be the worst thing in the world for them. Appealing, they have nothing to appeal. Okay? If they appeal, we'll deal with that. And we're very strong with that. I'm not even concerned about that. Okay? But that's where we are. I'm not through. We're going to get paid. We're going to get our money back. And hopefully everything that we're entitled to. And I'm not finished with that because there's still some things going on that has to be changed. And we're going to change that. And that's dealing with the retirees. We're going to change that. We can't argue for active people, but we're going to change what's happening with retirees so that this don't ever happen again. Even though we won here, if we leave things as it is, they can come back and do some more crazy stuff. But there's a way to stop it, and we're going to bring that to you. And when we come to you with it, we want you to step up with us. Now, also, as soon as I get the information from the judge, from everybody, and how we're to be paid off and everything, I will call a meeting with retirees, and I suggest you be there. I will call a meeting with retirees. I want to give out a shout out to a partner who went with me from day one, Brother Ronald Roach. I want to give a shout out to the coalition officers, the CTA Pensioner Coalition officers that we work with. And they have been strong. Brother Claude Francis, Tommy Little, Benny Thomas, Larry Whitehead, Suzette Smith, and John Dobson. They have been strong. They have been working with us. When I come out and ask them to, hey, can we step and do this? Can we do that? They don't hesitate. So we want to give them some kudos too. We will do that at the meeting that we have. Okay, at that meeting, we're going to get a lot of things out, and we're going to take care of that other issue so this never happens again. Never happens again. Okay, I'm not here to run for office for the union. I couldn't run no way, but I wouldn't want to. But what I want to say to you guys, as far as your union is concerned, unions are better than sliced bread. Yeah, I mean, unions are what everybody needs right now, because that's what's happening with America. Because unions have been attacked and destroyed. This is why you have problems like you do. Unions are strong, but your union leaders is what you got to be cognizant of. Don't sit on your butts and say, well, Billy's okay. He went out drinking with me the other night. No, you find somebody to know what the hell they're doing. Okay? You know what the hell they're doing. I got to give kudos to one of the guys that's a leader right now in the union. And I'll tell you all who that person is. I don't want to blast it all over all over the place right now. But he stepped up. I can appreciate him. And he and I used to battle. But he has stepped up. He learned a lot. He stepped up. And he's doing some good things. And I'll tell you guys who that is later. One of your top leaders. But right now, that's where we are on 14th. This is scheduled for the 14th. Anything can happen. He may push it back, but I don't think it will. The 14th, we're gonna be sitting down. We're gonna be talking about money, how, what, when, how we're gonna do things. Okay. What? If you want to rejoice because we won this, rejoice. Because I am. It's been a long time coming. God told me, called me, said, hey, I really appreciate you doing this. You stayed with it, you did. I said, man, I'm like a bulldog. If I bite you in your butt, I ain't gonna turn you loose, you know. And that's what happens. The CTA knows that. They thought that if they go a long time, that, you know, he'll fall down and they'll go away. Nope, we're not going away. We're gonna get our money. And what happened was I was on the lawsuit by myself for years. Then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute, what if I kicked up out of here next week? You know, lawsuit gone, Jerry gone. But you know what I did? I went and got 2 other people to physically join the lawsuit with me. I put in a case for every person to be covered. But I asked, my producer's telling me class action. I guess I must be getting old. I'll be forgetting about that. I filed a class action so that everybody's covered. They challenged that, said he don't have a right to file a class action. We won that one. But these 2 guys, I asked them to step up and be on the case with me. So just in case, and I don't plan to go nowhere, you know, but you don't plan these things. Just in case, if I did leave out of here, the lawsuit would go on. And that was Larry Whitehead and Mr. Cook. Brother Cook is down pretty bad right now. So let's say a prayer for him. But I really appreciate them stepping up. And everything I asked them to do, they did it. And I've been working, spending time, spending money, just doing everything to make sure this happened. Not because I could have just filed for myself. But I wasn't gonna do that. But because I was concerned about everybody on that property. That means local 308 people, that means 241 people, that means management, and everybody else that's a member of that pension, to get their money back from these people that took it and had no reason to take it. They went so far as to, right now they're overfunded. Legislators downstate told them to stop taking all that money out of them active people like that. They went from 3% down to 1%. But you know what? It should be 0%. They know better, and there's some other things that you need to know that I don't want to blast all over here right now. I will later. So that's where we are with this. And if you have any questions, I want you to email me at talklabor@gmail.com. If you got any questions, if we can get to those, you know, we'll answer them. We get quite a few questions like that. Okay, so I hope I let you have it. I hope you understand what's going on, and y'all stay on top of everything. And I'm gonna leave up out of here. I'm old school, but I like to go back further than old school sometimes. I look at these young people dancing. They nice, you know, they nice. But it wasn't nothing like what you finna see right now. Okay? I want you to take a look at this. And look, we'll be back real soon, okay? And when I come back, I hope to have some juice for you. All right? Talk to you later. This is Jerry Williams signing off. See you next one.
Hey, Pops, keep that beat a beating. I feel a rhythmic brainstorm coming on. 1, 2, keep that rhythm heating. One more riff like that and I'll be gone. Oh man, don't stop now, we're jumping. Give everything to Lord now. This thing might turn into something. I ain't mistaken, here comes something now.
Yeah.